What causes our behavior? What causes us to say and do different things? And the answer is what we believe. What we believe. Every human being operates out of what we believe down deep in our hearts. And this is how it flows. It begins with our heart, and then to our minds, and then to our emotions, and then out physically in the world. What we say, what we do. The belief structure of our heart, what we believe in our hearts, affects what we think in our minds, which affects what we feel in our emotions, and finally, how we behave. How? How does this renewal of mind help us deal with sin in our lives? It changes everything. It changes the very direction in which we come at a sin issue. Dr. Martin Lloyd-Jones, in his commentary on Romans, gives an illustration about this, how the renewal of our mind changes the direction at which we come at the sin issue. And he likens it to a steam engine, Mind can be compared to a steam engine. There it is. It has great power and is standing on rails and facing in one direction. Now what you must do, says the apostle, is get that engine onto one of those turntables that are found in the railway stations so that it is facing the opposite way. Remember, it is precisely the same engine with exactly the same power, but now it is ready to go in a different direction. I think that's a very helpful illustration. So the mind is the steam engine, and what happens is the gospel changes the direction in which our mind operates. The very direction is changed. So let's just understand that when we're talking about a sin issue in our lives, we're not talking about it from the direction of behavior. Right? That's not how we start as believers. We see, right? Our minds have been opened up to see, for example, the fall of Adam and Eve did not occur with them eating the forbidden fruit. That's not where it started, right? The start of that was with the change of heart from the temptation of Satan. Satan came into Eve, and this is Genesis chapter 3, and he said, "Did God actually say? Did God actually say?" And once Eve's heart had turned, right? The turntable had changed, then her thinking, the steam engine, took off in a wrong direction. That's what we're describing here. That's what's being described. The engine of the mind took off in the wrong direction, the wrong track. And that's for Genesis chapter 3, verse 6. I'll read. "So when the woman saw that the tree was good for food, that it was a delight to the eyes, and that the tree was desired to make one wise," what is that? Those are thoughts in her mind. "She took of the fruit and ate." And so now we see this process again. That is the heart to the mind, to the feelings, to the action. Right? The Apostle Paul is talking about the transformation, the spiritual transformation that occurs in the believer. And then one of the ways the Bible talks about this spiritual transformation in the heart, the belief structure, and then comes out in our minds, which affects our feelings, and then our action.